Okay, here we go. Is it streaming yet? Okay, it's finally streaming. All right. Hey guys, am I audible? I think I should be. Hey Vani. Okay. I think I'll wait for a while for a few guys to join before we start anything. All right. Okay. All right. So, guys, this stream is about Prateek Kuhad's music. Somebody that a lot of people love to hate, but personally, Prateek Kuhad मेरा काफ़ी favorite artist है. And yeah, there is Prateek Kuhad initially was not that. Hold on just a second. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. It's all sorted. So Prateek Kuhad's music initially was not that well known, and a lot of people compared him to, like, said that. Oh, okay, there's echo. Okay. So a lot of people initially used to say that he's just, he doesn't sound that Indian, or that he's just trying to be another country artist out of India somehow. But Prateek Kuhad has written music, uh, especially the lyrics of his music, has always been to a degree that, to me, not a lot of people have been able to achieve that degree of lyric writing in India. I mean, I'm not talking about like lyricists specifically, but rather singer songwriters. And the level of production and the level of mass appeal that he has. It, like, what do you guys think? Do you think that there are other singer songwriters who are able to achieve that level of lyric writing and that level of production? Uh, so Prateek Kuhad, initially he was releasing some singles, and then he finally released his album Raat Razi. And I think one thing that works a whole lot in his favor is the fact that he used to write a lot of Hindi lyric as well, which is something that I kind of miss as well, Abhivi, because his last album was all English. But that being said, though, what are your favorite songs of Prateek Kuhad's? Like, it could be Cold Mess, it could be anything out of the old albums, anything out of the new albums. Haan, Tayyab Lifafa actually does come close. So Lifafa actually comes out of a band from Delhi called PCRC as well, and they used to write a lot of obscure gypsy rock music, as they used to call it. And hi Bhavik. So, but Lifafa में सूर्यकांत स्वानी ने भी जिस तरह से लिरिक्स लिखे हैं over the last, especially the way he establishes a commentary on the world that you're living in, is kind of amazing. Hi Rajat. Okay, I see people are finally joining in. But yeah, nice to see you guys here. So yeah, uh, I still think that a lot of Prateek Kuhad's old music is not really that famous in comparison to like इन टोकन्स एंड चार्म्स तो ऐसा एल्बम रहा है जिसमें बहुत सारे गाने बहुत लोगों ने नहीं सुना है एंड अ फ्यू ऑफ द सिंगल्स दैट ही आई वुड से दैट हिज हिंदी म्यूजिक रीचेस अ हायर लेवल ऑफ फेम ओ वेट नंदन छोड़ा मैंने सपना क्या है because if this is a Prateek Kuhad song then I have actually not heard this song. This would be a very interesting find. Hmm. Siddharth. So I think मेरा current favorite Prateek Kuhad song is the song called Pause. Oh wait, the okay. Yeah, Cold Mess did make him famous. Is the mic's volume low for everybody or is it just for Harshesh? Can you guys comment if the mic volume is low on your screen as well, like on your system as well? Then I will turn it up a little bit. Hmm. हाँ सांसें तो काफ़ी सॉलिड गाना है. Hmm. 100 words, dude. वो भी क्या ट्रैक है यार. Anybody is a fan of the old music of रात राजी के गाने कितने लोगों ने सुने हैं और फिर रात राजी कितने लोगों को पसंद है. Okay. So you know what? I will. Oh, okay. छोड़ा मैंने सपना. Oh yeah, it's the song by Lifafa. Okay. अच्छा हाँ. Damn, I completely forgot about this. Oh yeah. But so you know what, guys? Maybe I'll start with a song to kick things up, and in the meanwhile, I think a few guys might also join. So let's see. Okay, huh. So, this song, uh, I was this Fire or was this Flames? This was a track from In Tokens and Charms, and wait, let me confirm the name of this song. Yeah, okay, this is Flames. This is not Fire. Although Fire was another great track from In Tokens and Charms. But so In Tokens and Charms for me was that album जब मुझे realize हुआ था कि Prateek Kuhad is not just another artist making music in India. Like that's when we knew. So I have a friend from university and we used to listen to a lot of Prateek Kuhad songs back in the day before he kind of hit his fame and before I think Tune Kaha is the track that made him famous in the mainstream kind of. And so before Tune Kaha released, we used to listen to a lot of Prateek Kuhad, and I still remember the kind of hype that we had when Tune Kaha was initially an Apple Music exclusive, and so for a week he could listen to Tune Kaha because it was because he had an iPhone versus I did not, and I hated him for every day of that week because I could only go to his room and listen to the song. But that being said, though, in Tokens and Charms is when we realized that Prateek Kuhad is going to be somebody big. So this is Flames from In Tokens and Charms. So yeah, that was Flames by Prateek Kuhad, whom the whole stream is about. And so, yeah, please like the stream, guys. It really helps us push out the stream to a lot of other people, just how the YouTube algorithm works. So, if you could, all of the people who haven't liked the stream, if you could like the stream, it would be really, really helpful. But, okay, so coming back to in tokens and charms. And uh, एक्चुअली फ्लेम्स की एक ये भी बहुत शानदार बात है कि फ्लेम्स का एक पियानो वर्जन रिलीज हुआ था इन द डीलक्स एडिशन ऑफ द एल्बम विच वाज काइंड ऑफ अमेजिंग एंड that's when I started to realize that Prateek Kuhad's live persona is very, and his live performances are very, very different from his album tracks. Like his album tracks are very, studio produced, like what your typical song sounds like. But his live persona is very different, and he's very reclusive as well. But that I think adds to his charm quite a bit. And so he very rarely does he do songs live that sound exactly the same as his studio albums. And so I was okay, so me and my brother were headed out to McLeodganj for just a brother's trip, and before that we headed to Chandigarh to attend what was my first live event of Prateek Kuhad's. I had been waiting to attend that for quite a while, to be honest, and that had like Prateek Kuhad, that had this Hindi singer songwriter called Sabi, who eventually became a really good friend of mine, and there was Local Train, and well, there was Prateek Kuhad as well, and there was also Parvaz, which is another crazy good band from Bangalore. So, and Prateek Kuhad was playing songs that we had never heard of, and this was all pre-release stuff from Cold Mess. And he did a piano version of Cold Mess live on stage, which was like, it was so touching that I kept looking for versions of that track. Yeah, and Parvaz. So yeah, my brother is also here in the stream. So, and oh yeah, it was quite a memory. So, and I kept looking for a version of Cold Mess because बहुत मुश्किल से, like nobody, Prateek Kuhad was not famous at the time. Nobody was really taking videos of him and uploading them online or anything. So it was quite a rare find. But this was back in 2016, and Cold Mess finally released in like 2020. So that's how long Prateek Kuhad took, and it is the exact same lyrics. So he had been working on the album for 4 long years, and so that's why you see how his, like, it's that diligence and it's that level of attention to what he wants out of his albums that I think has gotten him to the place where he is. But yeah, so yeah, in terms of In Tokens and Charms, though, there were, I think every single song of In Tokens and Charms is really, really good. Like, Oh Love was the one that got really famous. I think, except for, actually, Oh Love is the only one that got famous, I think. But in terms of my, just a second, I'm opening the chat on the side. Okay. So in terms of my favorite tracks out of In Tokens and Charms, Ola would definitely be one of them. There is a reason why everybody likes that track so much. But there is also Flames, which I love to perform. There is Fire. There is Cold Shoulders. And I think my second favorite track would be Artist. So each of these songs, especially artist की vibe बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है from what I usually hear in songs. But just as I mentioned, a few other artists as well there in the um, who were there in that particular live event. So there was Parvaz, which is a Sufi band. Like they write Sufi rock essentially, and they are Bangalore based. But all of the members are originally from Kashmir, and they actually did not know each other much. Like two of the members knew each other, but then the rest did not. So it's quite, and they all of them met in Bangalore when they started performing. So it's kind of crazy how this band came up to be. But I'll do a song from Parvaz that I have been playing quite a bit recently because, well, it is a banger, really. I'll tone down the volume of the guitar a bit. Was the guitar sound a bit too heavy for you guys? Because I think it was for me. I have toned it down a little bit, but if it turns out to be low, do let me know. Wait, actually, I'll turn on reverb. This song sounds amazing with reverb. Okay, that should be enough. So yeah, that was Parvaz. No, this is Rohan. This is not Prateek Kuhad. This is actually Parvaz song. So we were just talking about Parvaz, which is a Sufi rock band from Bangalore and originally from Kashmir. So they have they have a lot of lyrics that are in Urdu, or at least like Urdu and Hindi mixed. But I mean, I think everybody in India accepts that Urdu does have that magical touch when it comes to lyrics, especially like when it comes to the states of the heart. I think like Bezar, which means restless, and saying a restless heart doesn't really carry the same weight as saying Dil Bezar Kyun. So, yeah. But yeah, Parvaz also released an album like in February or March called, I forget the name of the album, but it had this track called Soeja, which is such a banger. Whoa, like if you sing, it is one of those tracks that makes you feel like singing at the top of your voice. And I think Parvaz के सारे गाने इसी तरह के हैं. But so, wait, I'll actually turn the reverb off because I think it's getting a bit too much for conversation. So, have you guys heard of Parvaz? I see that Akash has, but have you heard of any other songs of Parvaz? And if yes, which ones are your favorite? And actually, since I mentioned Local Train, now it seems like an injustice that I was talking about people who write really good lyrics and I forgot to mention Local Train, because Local Train's lyrics are also amazing. And I always talk about this to like this is something that we did a stream about as well, where me and Sumedha and Vani were present. But oh yeah, Rose Rose by Parvaz. Who knows, maybe I'll also start rating my favorite Parvaz songs. But so yeah, this was a track called Color White by Parvaz. And so coming back to Local Train though, I always talk about this, that there was this moment in India where album music was a huge thing. And yeah, When Chai Met Toast is also amazing. I don't know why, but When Chai Met Toast is not able to achieve the level of fame that Local Train and all did, even though it is an amazing band. And the audience of When Chai Met Toast somehow seems very limited to the southern part of India. Like there are a lot of people who listen to it in Bangalore, but I don't know many people who listen to it in like Delhi and all. So it is kind of strange. Uh, Shrey, which genre would I put Prateek Kuhad in? I mean, if you divide it into traditional genres, I think he fits the best in country, but then that would kind of be. I don't know. I don't like putting bands in genres. It's very. I think it's a huge injustice to the sound of the band. Like, I mean, even calling Parvaz a Sufi rock band is just gives you a taste of what to look out for without, getting too alienated. But that being said, though, I don't think Prateek Kuhad neatly falls into any genre, and I like him for that. So yeah, TLT. What's TLT? Oh man. Oh yeah, Deepak Rathod is amazing. दीपक राठौड़ का एक या सो दीपक राठौड़ का एक गाना है शिमला था घर विच had somebody from our university and so everybody in our university was a huge fan. But yeah, I still remember back in like 2016-17 हर जगह शिमला था घर बजता रहता था. And I mean, my university was in Himachal, so Tisri Dunya seems familiar, but I can't remember what it is. But अरे यार अंकित ये तो गलत कर दिया आपने मतलब. Oh man, I would never have guessed it's local train. But what's Tisri Dunya? Tisri. Oh, Tisri Dunya is a band. No, I have not heard of Tisri Dunya. This seems very new to me. But okay, so coming back to where I was going with this though, where I keep on diverting from. So there was this moment back in 2005 6, like even much before that, but all the way until 2009 10, where album music used to be a huge thing. And people used to listen to albums quite a bit. That's how Jal got famous. That's how Strings got famous, and a lot of other artists. You could say that Vishal Dadlani kind of came out of the fact that people were listening to albums and a lot of that. But बीच में कहीं ना कहीं ये पूरी चीज़ गायब हो गई थी and everybody was just listening to Bollywood songs. And so it is bands like Prateek Kuhad and the Local Train, and as we keep searching, and a lot of other Hindi bands that have been able to achieve a level of mass appeal while also having a uniqueness to their sound that is really enticing. And I think it has been a huge contributing factor. Gosh, I forget what Kash is either. Wow, I feel so illiterate right now. But so yeah, huge props to artists who are writing Hindi music as well, because I think it is what is driving this whole industry forward right now. And so yeah, that was my rant. uh yeah, Akash, I am a huge fan of Peter Cat as well. So there's this other thing about indie music. Oh man, Agni should have had more songs. Oh man. I think MTV also was a huge reason why a lot of people used to listen to like indie music and up and coming music. I've never heard of Kash, man. I think I'll have to check their music out because huh. Yeah, I think I'll have to check their music out. They seem pretty interesting though. What are the songs of Kash that you would recommend? Thanks, Vaibhav. Oh yeah, guys, everybody who's watching who hasn't liked the stream, please like the stream because it really helps us push the stream forward and helps us get a lot more viewers to the stream. So yeah, and if you keep doing that, then I will be able to make more streams as well because it will be more fun at times. But yeah, I still appreciate a lot of you guys coming in though. But yeah, Agni was pretty crazy, dude. So MTV, I think, was a yeah. Shrey, we really like Kamakshi Khanna. Actually, Kamakshi Khanna uh, had a band. I'm trying to remember the name of theirs. Uh, I think it was River. But another member who used to be a part of River joined us for a stream a few weeks back. So yeah, you should check out the previous streams as well because, well, they're pretty great, honestly. But so yeah, I really like Kamakshi Khanna and I like a lot of her early works and also the new works that she's putting out as a solo artist. So yeah, but do you guys think MTV was an influence on pushing out indie artists and indie music? And now that MTV is not as big of a culture driving thing as it used to be back in, like, I mean, roadies was the rage. I'll say that pretty much the whole reason that Agni is famous is because of Splitsvilla, because they did the title track for Splitsvilla, which was so good. It was so damn good. Oh man. आहटें तो यार बहुत ज़्यादा सुना है। आई थिंक आहटें सब लोगों ने रिपीट पे लगा के रखा है कभी ना कभी अपनी लाइफ में। ओ या स्वास्तिक इज अनदर ग्रेट बैंड एक्चुअली स्वास्तिक ऑल्सो ओ या जल द बैंड दैट्स व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट रियली दैट लाइक जल द बैंड जैसे ही बैंड्स इतने ज़्यादा फेमस हो जाते थे यार एक टाइम पे एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड इन द मिडल बट आई थिंक losing MTV becoming a more reality show type thing was a big reason for it. But yeah man, I hope कि ये bands अभी भी उतने ही famous होते रहे जितना ही deserve करते हैं because yeah, actually MTV had a channel बीच में. MTV used to be so damn cool, dude. uh oh Shivanshu, you actually said, oh man, I never told anybody about that a cappella song on SoundCloud. But yeah, I did this like layered a cappella version of The Lion Sleeps Tonight, yeah, which is an amazing song to sing, especially when you go to the whole so yeah, maybe go check out my SoundCloud. I'll put a link of that. I have actually been curating a lot of music on SoundCloud for the past 3 years or so, although I have kind of stopped recently. But if you go check that out, you will actually find a lot of really interesting artists that a lot of people haven't heard about. So here's the link to that. But is there a Hindi movie about Indian indie music or a documentary? Yeah, honestly, there isn't a documentary or movie uh, about Indian indie music per se. I would say that it's kind of Gully Boy that got the closest, which was such a revelation anyway. Gully Boy was amazing. But नॉन रैप इंडी म्यूजिक के लिए कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्री नहीं है as such, but there are like there was a show called Duorists, which I have no idea why it's pronounced Duorists. I would call it Diwarists. But so that was a huge exposure for a lot of indie artists as well in India. It also used to come on MTV, although कोई देखता नहीं था यार Duorist. But it had it was like it was curated by Vishwesh Krishnamurthy. It was hosted by Monica Dogra, who is another great indie artist as well. And that's also one of the places that Prateek Kuhad's song, I'm forget Dil Bhi Parwa mein Yeah, Dil De Parwa was Prateek Kuhad's song in Duelists. So that's where Dil De Parwa came out of. And Duelists, yeah, guys, do subscribe to Last Cigarette because that is one of the channels that really pushes out a lot of indie music and it is amazing. There is another channel called Time Ho To Sun Lena which you should check out if you really like uh, listening to indie music. You will find a lot of well curated stuff there. And मतलब last cigarette तो है ही but what I really like time हो तो सुन लेना because of the way that he tries to have a graphic to every song similar to how I'm a cyborg but it's okay he does on YouTube. But so Dueris had this format where two or many indie artists would uh, come in for a day or two to any location that the Dueris team chose, and then they would try to make a song in those 4 or 5 days, and they would have their stay and everything, all of that sorted. But then, I mean, they would also use a lot of things that they already had prepped, like maybe somebody had a lyric that he was already writing, or maybe somebody had a piece of music that they already had. But generally speaking, they would come up with original music, and it was such a huge insight into how music is made. Uh, and so, yeah, I think all of you guys should check out Dueris. It is amazing. Okay, as always, I went on a tangent. As you can see, I'm really passionate about this. So, but yeah, I'll actually do another song because now I feel like playing Prateek Kuhad. So this uh, again, I'm so bad at the names of songs. Mhm. Yeah, this is For Your Time by Prateek Kuhad. It's from the Cold Mess album. Sorry about that, guys. Mm. So, I am always drawn towards songs that have a tough guitar track, or at least something that is challenging for me. And so, this song was great at that. And we get lost together in our tired limbs and bones, in exile together. Actually, I'll go a scale higher. It suits my voice much better. We get lost together with our tired limbs and bones, in exile together. Find a way to come back home. I did fall, I did stay.
silence in your truth, and you hold my silence in your truth. Every waking hour, every empty broken rule could grow old desire with your feet and my torn shoes. I was young, I was taken in time for a second. So I beg you, so I beg you, so I beg you, so I beg you to be mine.
So yeah, it took me like 2 weeks to nail the initial part of this song, and I was so excited when I finally was able to nail it. Because I mean, as a acoustic guitarist, I was never able to play solos that well. And so whenever it comes to songs that have a complex rhythm section, it really makes me happy, and it's really fun to play. Thanks, Trey. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I will practice these songs, so I can promise you one thing. If you join me for the stream next week, I'll play Ahate. Because honestly, मुझे भी बहुत बजाने का मन कर रहा है अभी, except मुझे आता नहीं है. And yeah, if you have any requests, guys, put them in the chat, and I will try to learn those songs. And if they are easy enough, maybe I will also play some of them right now. So yeah, if you have any requests, put them in the live chat. But oh, people are talking about trippy songs to listen to while getting high. I think Munjal is an expert there as well, because he can tell you a lot of techno music, and techno music I think will go really well while you're high. So yeah, whenever you're watching Munjal stream next, maybe ask him this question as well, because he will be able to give you something very interesting. But as of what comes to me though, I really like listening to Dead Mouse, and I really like listening to John Hopkins. Oh, I will practice Amber by Raghu Dixit, dude. I will try to. Oh, you know what they were? I was actually practicing Kho Gaye Hum Kahan Aaj. This was the first time I was trying the song out, but I was not able to nail it enough to perform on the stream yet. I will probably perform Kho Gaye Hum Kahan next stream. So next stream के लिए आहटें और खो गए हम कहाँ, तो I think final है ही, वो तो मैं कर ही रहा हूँ. So yeah, both of you guys should come for the next stream. Where was I going though with this? Yeah, John Hopkins ka music. Actually, what's your opinion on live music by techno artists? Because I've heard a lot of hate for टेक्नो म्यूजिक बीइंग परफॉर्म्ड लाइव, कि मतलब क्या बटन ही तो दबा रहे हैं, मतलब सब कुछ तो स्क्रीन पे ही होता है, क्या ये थोड़ी होता है कुछ म्यूजिक करके. दैट्स व्हाट द ओपिनियन इज ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल. बट Vaibhav actually pushed me to attend the John Hopkins stream, and that's when I realized that there are two huge elements to music performance, and we discount the second element of it quite a bit. Like, a lot of people discount it, and I myself have been one of those people. and that is the mood and the ambience that they are able to create. And so yeah, like there is music which you are obviously there for, but there is also, setting a particular vibe, there is also setting a particular mood. And that's where I think techno and electro music artists are absolute pioneers, dude. But what's your opinions, guys, on this? What do you think? Are techno artists really? I mean, people say that they're not even musicians, so I don't know. But what's your opinion on it? But so, yeah, I think everybody should go to one techno gig. I mean, everybody should also go to live gigs, which is just, yeah, people don't end up going to nearly enough live gigs as I wish they would. And yeah, it's been really hard, man. This whole COVID thing has been really hard on artists. And whenever this thing opens up and whenever all of you guys are vaccinated, I really think you should give attending live concerts a try. Rohan, Dead Mouse is actually a massive tinkerer. Like I mean, he does lights for his shows, but he actually works on making those lights as well. And he's a huge DIY guy. And there was this Linus Tech Tips episode where he went to meet Dead Mouse, and that was a liberation for me because I never expected Dead Mouse to be such a huge thing. But there was this particular stage element that he had set up where there was this like huge, it was a sphere of light that he had established around him. And uh, he was able to do that for like a few concerts, and then it completely broke down after that. But whoever was able to attend those gigs must have been so lucky. But the crazy part is that he designed that thing himself, which, I mean, I wouldn't be able to. And so yeah, Dead Mouse is crazy that way. I'll actually, Shrey, you have some interesting recommendations as well. Actually, guys, if there are any songs that you think I might not have heard of, please do drop them in the chat because I'm always looking out for new music. And if some of that music turns out to be, great to perform, I will love to do that as well. So yeah, if you have any music recommendations, drop them in the chat. And yeah, Molchat Doma by Sudno is something I've never heard of. I'll actually note this down. Have you guys heard of Tabachake though? I mean, he's one of the more famous artists who came out of the Northeast, although he is a guy in Delhi, but like, I'm still surprised at the number of people who haven't, and he really deserves a listen. I think I will actually pick up uh, playing ukulele again because of listening to Tabachake. But yeah, I am noting your recommendations down because I think some of these could turn out to be really good. Yeah, I haven't heard of Somebody Else by Floral Cash either. Huh, yeah. Pressing the right buttons at the right point of time in arranging is also a task. Yeah, absolutely, dude. And oh, I have heard of Agam Band. They're so good. Oh, dude. Akash, we have to talk a lot more, I think, because I'm a huge fan of Tamash Beans. Oh, man. Tamash Beans का वो कौन सा गाना था? The one whose video is like there are people playing cards and drinking drinks, and that's the whole video really. but it was a crazy good song. I can't remember that song's name. Duniya Re, oh ho. Okay, I should not swear, but listen to Duniya Re by Tamash Beans, guys. It is amazing. Oh man. Yeah, I wish I was able to set a vibe as much as Tamash Beans is able to. But yeah, maybe I'll get there one of these days. So, oh yeah, by the way, guys, anybody who hasn't liked the stream, please go like the stream because it helps us push the stream out to other people. Razai. Oh, Akash, are you talking about the song that I was asking for? Ah, Shivanshu is also a fan of Tamash Beans, it seems. Oh, ho. यार काफ़ी सही लोग हो यार आप लोग मतलब because most of the people that I end up it's tough to find people who are into indie music. Thankfully, more so recently than uh, it used to be before. But yeah, the fact that all of you guys listen to so much indie music is really nice to see. Oh yeah, Kursiyan is another great track. Razai, yeah, Razai is not the track that I was referring to, but Razai is also a really good track. Actually, there is. Oh, dude, Rohan ne to full. Huh. I am a huge fan of Aphex Twin. Also Bonobo, also Fortet. Okay, I should stop saying that I'm a huge fan of so many bands. It seems odd. Huh. Shallow Dive by this also. Oh, dude. Shaji. I'm a huge fan of Shaji as well. Shaji तो genius है यार. Shaji तो genius है. There is this song by Shaji called Unche Dost, and मेरा सपना है कि I will make a animated video of that track, and I have a full idea and everything planned around it, but I'm not an animator. So maybe one of these days I'll get in touch with some of the animators. Yeah, Nandan, I will check out Peter Cat Recording Co. I actually uh, haven't heard their last album really well. Mehdi Malouf again is amazing, yeah. Actually, it's nice to see that people are listening to Pakistani artists so much as well, because the amount of hatred that's generally there for Pakistan and India is saddening to see sometimes. And oh man, I'm also taking screenshots of everything, Nandan, so I know what you mean. But yeah, it's nice to see that you guys listen to a lot of Pakistani artists as well, because yeah, I mean, especially after the whole, go back to Pakistan movement happened, where they kicked out a lot of Pakistani artists who were performing in India. So yeah, it's nice to see that artists can get support from wherever in the world, and they're not really bound by the boundaries of the world. So yeah, really nice to see. I don't know Muru. I'm पैनाडोल बहुत ज़्यादा सुना है मैंने. पैनाडोल का वैभव भी बहुत बड़ा फ़ैन है. And Shaji also has that ability to set a vibe that electronic artists have, I think. I will listen to Muru. This seems really, really interesting. Guys, you have so many recommendations. I think मेरा अगला हफ्ता पूरा गाने सुनने में जाने वाला. But yeah. Oh. Now Shallow Dive seems like a very interesting track as well. Although I already have it noted down in my list. I think I'm definitely going to listen to it. The name. Oh. Okay, if you guys listen to Batake by Shaji, we will do a decoding session for Batake less next week. Oh man. But शाजी के सारे लिरिक्स इतने ज़्यादा क्रिप्टिक होते हैं बट बट फर्स्ट सब लोग सुनो तो उसके बाद आके डिस्कशन करते हैं शाजी के बारे में. Oh man, I feel like playing something but I can't think of what to play. Okay, uh okay, I can play All Along the Watchtower, or I can play. I'll do like a acoustic, semi percussive cover of All Along the Watchtower, or I can play Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, which I haven't actually played in a very long time, or I can play New York I Love You by LCD Sound System. So yeah, you guys pick whoever wants to go first. Perfect. Is Perfect the Simple Plan song or some other song that you're referring to? I see Shashank really hates Imagine Dragons. Oh. श्रेय अगर मैंने रेडियो एक्टिव बजा दिया तो शशांक मुझे मार देगा. आई थिंक ही डज नॉट लाइक इमेजिन ड्रैगन्स. निकम्मा by लिफाफा, यार इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू. Again, that's why I said that I hate dividing artists into genres, because यार लिफाफा कहोगे तो तुम हाउस म्यूजिक है, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक म्यूजिक के लिफाफा को, बट बियॉन्ड दैट इट्स सो हार्ड टू क्लासिफाई इट. लाइक यू नो, I mean, कोई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक म्यूजिक में हार्मोनियम कौन बजा रहा है यार दुनिया में? हाउ वुड यू डिवाइड दैट इनटू अ जॉनर? but yeah, that actually points you to the fact that Lifafa's music is really really unique. But so oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm guessing Perfect as a Simple Plan instead of the Ed Sheeran song. Oh my god. I'm doing All Along the Watchtower, which is a Bob Dylan song, although most people really know it from Jimi Hendrix, but मैं Jimi Hendrix की तरह नहीं बजा सकता हूँ guys, so I'll try to be closer to Bob Dylan at least. Wait, let me turn the reverb up. How do you like the reverb, guys? Do tell me if it's getting a little bit annoying, because some people don't really like reverb much. I really like reverb though. I love how it makes my voice sound.
There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, blowmen take my earth. None of them all along the line know what any of this is worth. No reason to get excited, the TV kindly spoke. There are many here among us who through their life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that, and this is not our fate. So let us stop talking falsely now. The hour's getting late. Hey, hey. All along the watchtower, Princess kept a view of all the women who came and went, barefoot servants too. Outside in the cool distance, a wildcat did growl. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to howl. Hey, hey.
So yeah, all along the watchtower. It's really fun to play this song though. I think by now you guys have figured out that I really like to smack my guitar. Oh, the other aspect of performing music, which is kind of part of the vibe setting process, is stage presence. And in this regards, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Prateek Kuhad because he's really he did not really interact with the audience that much back in the day, but I think now though he does that quite a bit and I really like him for it. But the other guy in that particular live gig, and I've seen him like 5 or 6 times since then, is Sabi, who is this artist from Chandigarh and Jammu mostly. But oh shit, I should turn off the reverb. It might be, yeah. Thanks, Abhay. Thanks, Shivanshu, as well, dude. It's yeah. I turned off that's what the reverb is actually. It's not echo, but it makes your voice sound nicer when you oh man, every single producer who would listen to what I'm saying will try to kill me. but yeah, I turned off the reverb, so I think it will not be as annoying anymore. But Sabi is hilarious, and I think you should check out his Insta page as well. I think it's just Sabi Singh, and the kind of humor that he brings to stage, sometimes it gets really dark as well, but it is amazing to see. And yeah, I wish I had that level of stage presence. I'm trying to learn to perform in front of a live audience that is outside the camera as well, and it takes a tremendous amount of skill. So yeah, really appreciate everybody who is able to do that. Oh man, शिवांशु ने सब सुन रखा है यार, काफी सही. But Sabi Singh has a lot of Sabi Singh does mostly Hindi music. And wait, maybe I'll attempt at doing a song of Sabi's. I don't know if I don't even know if I remember the lyrics of it properly, but I hope so. Shashank, do you mean turn off the reverb from the performances as well, or just while I'm talking? Do let me know. Oh yeah. Shit, sorry guys, I can't. I am slaughtering the song. It will not be a justice to his music. But yeah, you should check out. Maybe I'll do a song by Sabi next week. I think. Yeah, it sounds really nice. Sabi's music is really nice, and he has great stage presence. So actually, we did. So I used to organize concerts back in Jaipur. So there is this thing called So Far Songs from a Room. Thanks, Yash. Uh, and yeah, guys, just a reminder again, if you haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It helps us push it out. But so shit, I completely forgot what I was going towards. Sabi stage presence. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I'll try to remember for a second. But okay, never mind, forget it. I'll do something else in the meanwhile. But yeah, oh yeah, okay. So yeah, I used to organize concerts back in Jaipur through this sort of a non-profit. It's not a non-profit anymore though, but a sort of series of concerts that people organize throughout a lot of cities. They're in Jaipur, they are in Delhi, they're in Bangalore. It's called So Far Sounds, Song from a Room, and they usually host a lot of great artists. And so we used to do that, and Sabi was there performing. We actually had Samar Mehdi as well there. And Samar Mehdi is, by the way, one of the, I think he's the best guitarist in India. He might be the best guitarist in India. He is amazing. The kind of things that Samar Mehdi can do live with a single guitar, you wouldn't even dream. So yeah, listen to Samar Mehdi's music as well. He had this album. I am forgetting the name of the album. Wait, let me check it out. Yeah, Pare Uruj. Yeah, Uruj was the name of the album. But there is a YouTube video by him where he's performing Pare, which is his. So he basically does like percussive guitars, but percussive taken to just a whole other level. And there is this YouTube performance of him of Pare, about 4 years old. He's just performing in his backyard. I think everybody in India should check it out. It is crazy. And especially if you're from Madhya Pradesh, you would be really proud to see that you have a guy like that coming out of your state. But so yeah, if if YouTube was not going to ban me for playing other people's music on the stream, I would actually show you guys what it sounds like. But well, YouTube is YouTube. But it does allow me to reach out to you guys, so it's really nice that way as well. Yeah, I don't really like dissing anybody, it seems. uh, Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do another Parvaz track. Um, so it's this song called Ab Kiye Subah, and it is also one of the. So Parvaz has, I think, two main albums out right now. One is Bara, and then another is Kun, which was the last album. Oh, it was actually in 2019. I thought that it was in 20. But so Ab Kiye Subah is also, yeah, I'm in Singapore, dude. But so yeah, I'll play Ab Kiye Subah. It's a really nice track. By the way, if you see that, that's my guitar telling me that it's going to die anytime soon unless I replace the batteries. So I will turn the reverb on, even though Shashank does not really like it, but I like it. Okay.
अब की ये सुबह इस कदर हुई, शाम की हमें कुछ खबर नहीं, शेख का बयां इस कदर हंसी, भीड़ की सुबह बेअसर हुई, कोई ऐसा जहान रात हो, बिन बोले बयां बात हो, कर मेरी सुनो वो लाजवाब हो, मेरा जो बखा वो मेरा ख्वाब हो. अब की ये सुबह इस कदर हुई, रोज की हमें कुछ फिकर नहीं, शेख का बयां इस कदर हंसी, भीड़ की सुबह बेअसर हुई, कोई ऐसा जहान रात हो, बिन बोले बयां बात हो, कर मेरी सुनो वो लाजवाब हो, मेरा जो बका जो मेरा ख्वाब हो.
Oh shit. Okay. This I actually don't know this part, so I'll not try to nail it in front of all you guys and embarrass myself. So yeah, I'll learn this part, then I'll perform the rest of the song. But yeah, you see, this is a common theme among me. I खराब आदतें हैं यार, होता है बहुत मेरे साथ, that I start learning a track and then I kind of get bored along the way, or kind of get distracted by learning another track. But okay, yeah, I will actually turn the reverb back off. But yeah, how many of you guys are actually going to go and listen to Parvaz's tracks back again? Because if you don't do that, then कोई point नहीं है guys सुनाने का. So yeah, do check out Parvaz's tracks and do check out their. Oh yes, yeah, I used to be a huge fan of Anushka Shankar, but I have actually not heard of, I haven't heard her recent works at all. I think Lasya was one of her famous tracks that I used to listen to a lot. It was Lasya, right? But Anushka Shankar is crazy talented. You know, one of the things that fascinates me always is, you know how there is the certain set of artists who are called to perform in the White House. How is that set of artists selected? Because it's like Karsh Kale has been selected for that. Karsh Kale has performed for Barack Obama. I think Anushka Shankar has performed. Although, yeah, I think that was also in Barack Obama's term. But I have no idea how they select, and it seems very arbitrary because there are a lot of other artists that also deserve to get to that stage, but very rarely do you see artists getting there. It seems very arbitrary that we have Karsh Kale and Anushka Shankar performing in the White House, but we haven't seen like Prateek Kuhad. I don't know. But yeah, but I honestly am not that exposed to classical music. And I mean, like, even in tabla artists, the only one that I know is Zakir Hussain. So, like, yeah. I actually did learn classical music quite a while back, and I had, a few years of training, but never really got into listening to classical music on a daily basis. But if you guys have any classical music recommendations, do put them in the chat, because yeah, it would actually be really nice to get exposed to this. Do any of you guys listen to classical music? I see that Yash is definitely into Anushka Shankar. I haven't heard of Traces of You though. I will actually check out this track. Let me note this one down as well. Huh. Okay. All right, but you know what, guys? It has been a great time talking to you. And if you have any other things that you want to know about, do drop them in the chat, and maybe I'll wait for like 5 minutes before I close the stream. But yeah, great performing for all of you guys, and really great talking to you, and really great seeing a lot of people who are. Oh yeah, Shivanshu, I have heard of Tal, and that track of Tal's called "What You Are" was again one of those tracks that was on my, was on loop on my phone for a very long time. But yeah, I don't know if they have any new works out though. Maybe I'll check that out. But yeah, Tal is another one of those tracks that if you listen to, guys, you will probably put it on loop. It is amazing. Oh yeah, that was not Vani though. That was it Vani? No, right? Uh, that was Sumedha who recommended Sitar Metal. But I think yeah, it also came up in one of the streams while we were discussing a lot of Sumedha's recommendations as well. And yeah, Sitar Metal is amazing. You guys should check out Sitar Metal as well. But yeah, Sumedha also does music recommendation stream on the channel, and so if you're always anytime if you're looking out for music recommendations, you should definitely look for that. It is really good. I myself have found a lot of music from there that I was not exposed to, and Sumedha has great taste. So yeah, go check that out. It is really great. But yeah, it, I think that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for joining, all of you, and hopefully I'll see you next week. But in the meanwhile, I mean, good night, Shabba Khair, Sayonara. I'm not as good as Amitabh Bachchan on this, as you can see. But yeah,